Hey everybody, welcome back to Pierre Hedary's Classic Mercedes channel. And today I'm going to teach you all about the books you need to keep your Mercedes in proper running order. These are books that most shops do not have, and they didn't usually get included in all data, especially if you have a car made before 1985. So years ago when I was taking Landmark for them, there was this category of knowledge that they classified as you don't know what you don't know, and most people don't know this stuff exists. So I hope this video brings immense value to you and helps you understand that everything on your Mercedes, every repair, every wire, every change from model year to model year was documented in a manual that was available to the public. First, we're going to start with the chassis and body service manual. Now, the example I've selected here is a well-worn 114 and 115 service manual that covers everything from 1968 to 75. Now, there were two volumes of this. Here you see it says volume 1. Usually if it says volume 1, that also means that there's a volume 2. So don't forget that. A lot of these manuals are split into volume 2. Like the 126 or 123 or 116 manuals. Now, this book covers everything from the suspension to the rebuild of the automatic transmission, repairs to the gear shift, steering repairs. But volume 2, which I don't have here with me, but I do own, covers items like the sunroof, the windows, the heating and ventilation system, all stuff that's really critical for the maintenance of these cars. Now, there's nothing in here about the engine, and that's why you need an engine service manual. Now, I've selected Engine Manual 601, which covers the 190D 2.2 from 84 and 85. It's one of the least frequently used manuals in our shop, which is why it's in such great condition, but there are lessons here that can be applied to the 602 and 603 engines, which Thomas has in his car. And we've learned so much from this manual. It talks about checking things like the injection pump with a digital tester, with the RIV method, the reference indicator variable method, or items like removing your oil pan or doing a major rebuild on your engine. You know, if you've got to take your motor apart or your head off, it's all in here. But there are no torque specifications mentioned. So what do we do when there are no torque specifications mentioned? Well, we go to the technical data manual, which has all the technical data manual for these cars. Now, I've selected one from 1988. It's actually unusually thick. Mercedes published a TDM starting in 1958 and went all the way up to 1993. So basically, if you have a classic Mercedes that you really like and it falls in that window, there's a technical data manual for it. And all the models, including the 1995 E300, were covered in these. Now, you can find everything in here from filling capacities to wheel alignment data, which I use them for a lot. The different control units used in various engines. You know, this has all the part numbers for the different KE control units so that you know which version you're actually supposed to have in your car and which cars they were used on and what the substitute numbers were. Same thing with the fuel pump relays. I mean, it's just amazing the amount of knowledge that is packed in here. If you don't have one of these, I strongly advise you to purchase one. I consider this to be, in terms of not my faith, but my practice of my work. It's like my Bible or my physician's desk reference, or if I had pursued my psychology degree, my DSM. I did get a psychology degree, which I think some of you know, but when I went to grad school, it was just blech, not interesting at all. These books are way more interesting though. Now, notice that I have not mentioned anything about electrical wiring. Now, in some of the chassis and body manuals, you can find a wiring diagram, but if you want a comprehensive electrical troubleshooting manual, you get a comprehensive electrical troubleshooting manual, and they made one for all the cars starting in 1974 and going up all the way to 1995. Now, prior to that, you've got to rely on the fuzzy diagrams Mercedes printed in the manual, which can be challenging, but in this case, you get these wonderful diagrams where you get all the wiring codes, all the electrical inputs and outputs, and each system is broken down so that you have a wonderful, wonderful exploded view of everything. I mean, this is so easy that, look, the charging system explained wire by wire. It's so easy that somebody who has no background with these cars could use this. Now, there's one more. Actually, there are two more manuals I want to discuss. Second one is the climate control manual. Thank you, Charlie. I appreciate it. Discusses all of the climate control scenarios, including the electronic climate control. And then there's another one that we should mention that covers year-to-year changes. So if you have like a 1970 300 SEL 3.5 and it's a little different from the 69 version, or you have a 1971 220D and you want to know what's different on it from the 68 version, you can use this manual. It covers things like the speed relays for the emissions control, or the differences in the carburation systems of any of the cars, you know, when the US emissions era began. So if you enjoyed this video, which I think you did, I mean, if anybody gives this video a thumbs down, seriously, I'm gonna have to find you and give you, I don't know, give you a thumbs down. But the whole focus of this video will hopefully be appealing to many of you, and I hope all of you who see this will like it. In the meantime, enjoy driving your Mercedes Benz. Please subscribe to our channel if you haven't. I met a lot of you at Amelia Island who watched but did not subscribe. I want to see more subs. Please like, share, tap the bell for notifications. Enjoy driving your Mercedes Benz, and thank you to all of our Patreon members. We try to do our best to be here for you, so don't be shy about asking us questions. And please ask any questions you may have in the comments below. They will get answered within a couple of days. Enjoy driving your Mercedes Benz and working on your Mercedes Benz.